Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy, the one and only. Today we're going to look at the markets. It's a new day, a new week, and we're going to look at what's happening. I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. So stay tuned, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Let's begin. Majority of altcoins are down. No surprise there, guys. Some of them are down 5%, 10%, 15%. We're down across the board, but on the weekly, we are slightly kind of up. This is the top 100. On the monthly, we're looking a little bit better, but in general, altcoins are not doing the best. They've seen better days. They've definitely seen better days. In the last 24 hours, we've had a whopping 216 million liquidations in ETH, 123 million liquidations in Bitcoin. The broader crypto market, as I said earlier, is down. Hype is down 5%. AVAX is down 5%. ENA is down 4%. SUI is down 4%. So majority of altcoins are seeing the same kind of trajectory. They're slightly down compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is sitting at roughly 116,000 US dollars. It's down slightly by 1%. Coin dominance has once again reared its ugly head, ladies and gentlemen. I did say that we're going to see Bitcoin dominance head up higher, but nonetheless, let's start off with the news first. Let's start off with Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor eases stock sale limits. Sorry, I apologize for the white light. Yeah, I know some of you are watching this late nights. Sorry about this, guys. But Michael Saylor eases stock sale limits as Bitcoin premium falls. What did we discuss earlier? We did tell you about the MNAV. Every time the NAV goes lower and lower and lower, it means that poor Michael Saylor can't buy any more Bitcoin at the moment. Michael Saylor is already easing the funding limits as he said weeks ago as market swings test his new playbook. And the playbook is something called, ladies and gentlemen, it's called Stark. It's a stablecoin basically. And I explained this to you earlier. It's a new instrument that promises folks 9% return annually. And some participants actually get monthly pays. Monthly pays every single month, 9%. He's made a Ponzi scheme, and this is an actual Ponzi scheme. I can't emphasize how much of a Ponzi it is. Basically, Michael Saylor, he's made a stablecoin. The stablecoin is $100. It's backed 1-to-1 apparently, all right? And it's roughly a ratio of 5-to-1 to Bitcoin. It's over collateralized with Bitcoin. He's already raised 2.5 billion, and he's going to raise a further 4.2 billion and potentially even more. All right, guys. So it's just a Ponzi. I can't explain it any better than that. Even Bitcoin, even some Bitcoin maxis will admit and tell you that this is an actual Ponzi. I'm going to give you the alpha, and this is what's going to happen. So he's going to continue to, get more and more folks into this Ponzi. So Bitcoin has to continue to rise and rise and rise and rise. And you know what the kicker is? It's going to implode like everything else. It's going to implode. But the kicker is this, ladies and gentlemen. Drum roll. The US government is going to step in. The US government, I predict that the US government will step in. So this is how it's going to play out. The US government, they actually want Bitcoin. Yeah. But if anyone sniffs out that the US government is actually buying Bitcoin, the next day, Bitcoin will probably be $1 million US. No one's going to sell. Not a single person is going to sell. So what happens to the demand? America don't want to do that, especially the government. They don't want to do that. They don't want to be clipping a million rounds on Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. So what's going to happen, in my honest opinion, this is going to implode. All right, it's going to explode. Michael Saylor is going to really lose all his Bitcoin, and it's going to be bought by the government, and the government is going to buy it for pennies on the dollar. That's my honest take. Okay, you can do whatever you want with it, but I have a knack for sniffing out Ponzi's, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is definitely a Ponzi. We got some terrific news. Bitcoin miner Terawulf stock surges as Google ups its stake in the company. The stock rose almost 90%. We've spoken about this as well. We've spoken about this over a year ago. Bitcoin miners are going to see a resurgence. It went up 90%. Google has increased its stake to 14%. The first firm last week signed a deal to expand its AI data centers capacity. Its stock is booming as a result. Let's head over and check the chart. It's showtime, boys. It is showtime. Bitcoin miners normally head up higher during the end of the cycle. From the very bottom till now, it's gone up a whopping 21x. To get to its previous all-time high, it only has to go up 334%. Bitcoin miners normally go parabolic near the end of the cycle. Just a quick announcement, which ones are probably gonna go crazy near the end, because we are near the end. Number 1 is Riot. Number 2 is Mara. Number 3 is BIT, Hive, Arc, BBT, Iron, and also CLSK. Just to show you how crazy they can go for a mining company, this was the previous all-time high right over here, and Bitcoin went up to a whopping $69,000 US. I'm giving you just a quick example. From here to here, it went up a massive 3,437%. It does have massive volatility. Just before that massive run up, it did head down almost 99%, and then had a massive meteoric rise of 4,328%. That's 43x. Could it do it again? Possibly. We got some more stable coin adoption. I think this is everywhere now, ladies and gentlemen. Stable coins are the biggest thing in this cycle. And what we predicted previously was also that it's going to be pegged to Bitcoin. That's the end game, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, whether it's Tether, whether it's USDT. Speaking about USDT, look at this. Circle acquires Mania to power its upcoming Arc blockchain. The USDC stablecoin issuer last week said it is building its own blockchain focused on stablecoin finance. Look at this. They're going to fail miserably and they're going to run back to Ethereum. They're going to try build their own chain, and you know what's going to happen? They're gonna fail, because Ethereum is the king. It's specialized in one thing. Chaos Labs debates USDE risk as Pendle looping trade swells. Athena's footprint to $6.6 billion US. Data analytics dashboard tracking Athena on Aave shows roughly 6.4 billion of related positions on lending protocol. Last August 14th, split across 4.2 billion in Pendle and 1.3 billion in USDE and staked USD worth 1.1 billion. Athena is a yield-bearing, data-neutral synthetic dollar backed by a mixed basis trades of longs and shorts perps and liquid assets. Critics argue its yield hinge on derivative funding and C5 ventures ability. The USC growing presence on lending protocol stems from a popular Pendle Aave loop that has become a key growth driver for USDE, a mechanism in play when users lock SUSE yield via Pendle to mint fixed rate principal tokens, then lever up on Aave by borrowing against those positions to purchase more USE and SUSE, repeating the cycle and amplifying the gains. There's a mess going on here, and we predicted this earlier, and here it is. 3, 2, 1, check it out. It's a synthetic dollar and a synthetic bond. And the problem is, who is making sure that it's backed 1 for 1? That's the problem, and that's the issue. Now, in the times of ease, when everything's going up, it's fine. You can keep the stablecoin pegged. And as we saw, ladies and gentlemen, in the likes of Terra Luna, UST crumbled and went straight to zero. Now, in the good times, it's fine. The peg remains the same. But once we see the bear market, I don't think it's going to hold its peg. I really don't think it's going to hold its peg. But time will tell with this new project, this synthetic dollar. Oh my God, I don't know how this has happened, guys. Pump.Fun is back. Oh my God. It has 90% of the supply now. What's going on with the launchpad wars? What is happening here? In roughly 2 weeks, Pump.Fun's share of the Solana meme coin launchpad market has swung from as low as 5% to now 90%. So what happened was, yeah, this is so crazy. Degens have got tired of getting rug pulled and scammed Let's Smoke. And now they're heading to the same casino and thinking, oh, the grass is actually not greener on the other side. So this is wild, ladies and gentlemen. So it had Pump.Fun went to a market cap of around 5% and then went all the way up to around 95%, ladies and gentlemen. That's crazy. Went all the way down here to 5%, all the way to 91%. This is crazy, guys. Like, we have to stop this, guys. You have to stop. Please get some help. Please. You know what's better? I'm not a person that gambles, and I don't want anyone to gamble. But guys, just head to Polymarket, guys. Just do the right thing and just have some fun in Polymarket. You can bet on anything, ladies and gentlemen, anything. It's more fun, you know, or just go to a casino. Oh my God, it gets worse. Listen to this, yeah. The top 10 deployers on Pump.Fun are mostly bots that just started deploying en masse to Pump.Fun again. That's all that's happened. And within one night, it changed to 90%. The great majority of token launches on Pump.Fun are today run by bots. Coin is currently at 116,000 US dollars. On the weekly, looks pretty fine. We had a massive sell-off. It kissed this trend line once again, and it's closed above this area, which is a good sign. Let's have a look at the lower time frame on the daily. Daily looks terrific, looks good so far, ladies and gentlemen. Demand has stepped in right over here. We're still underneath this fib line, and let's have a look at the smaller time frames. Once again, we need, and it's imperative, that we hold above this area. If we continue to move sideways, ladies and gentlemen, that means altcoins might have some respite and they might continue to go up higher. If Bitcoin has a larger retracement, then of course it's going to be detrimental. We've already anticipated this, and you should not be surprised to see Bitcoin have a bigger retracement. Now, we did say for a long time now on this channel, ladies and gentlemen, September is going to be a massive shakeout. We need to shake out the cheaters. Yeah, we need to get rid of these folks. Now, there's a lot of folks and a lot of newbies have stepped back in, and there's a lot of new folks heading in, and they're going to get squeamish. They're going to start panic selling. You know what happens normally. Look at this. There's a lot of new folks in here. So we're going to naturally see one last shakeout. So we can already see it now. There's a few weak hands here. If you're new to crypto, rule number one, don't get shaken out. Do not get shaken out. Whales will manipulate the charts. They will start their FUD campaign, and their aim is to make you buy high and sell low. Our aim is to buy low and sell high, ladies and gentlemen. September has never really been the best period for Bitcoin. So we're going to see a retracement. Normally we see a retracement of around, give or take, in September. On average, we go down 3.77%, 4.4% on average. Now, every single post-halving year, we also see a massive drop. 2021, we fell by 7%. In 2017, we went down by 7%, and so on and so forth. So, ladies and gentlemen, we normally have a retracement. So if you're new here, don't get shaken out. Do not get shaken out. This is part of the process, and we buy the dip. We're near the end. We're really near the end of the cycle, ladies and gentlemen. Most likely we're heading to this area of 110,000 US dollars. That's a roughly 15% correction we could see. Now, most of crypto is telling you that we're going to head down to the SMAs. So the SMAs on the weekly is right over here. So most likely we're going to head to this area, okay, to 109,000 US dollars, 110,000 US dollars. And we did say on this channel numerous times that Bitcoin dominance is going to have a revenge rally. If it closes above this fib line, then of course we're heading up higher. Now I'm going to show you something even more interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Every single August, we tend to have a mean reversion. So here, right over here, August 2020, August 2025, I'll show you again, right over here, we had a mean reversion right here, August the 31st, 2020. And again, everyone was super excited. And August 21st, 2017, we headed back. This is the revenge of Bitcoin dominance. It normally does that, guys. We have a massive revenge rally from Bitcoin. Crushes altcoins, unfortunately, but that's the period to buy the dip. That is the ultimate dip of all dips. The dip that keeps dipping, dip, no longer. All right, we're not going to see another dip after that. After that, it's all gifts. They're just pure gifts. Whoever is calling a top should really check themselves. So I'm going to show you something very interesting. Okay, so this, ladies and gentlemen, is still under 52. Still under 52. This is the PMI. It's still under 52. Listen, altcoins are cheap. Altcoins are really cheap. Whenever we head up to these higher ranges, it means that altcoins are expensive. Every time we've headed to these lower ranges, it means that altcoins are cheap. I don't know if it's going to be like this for 10 years, for 5 years. One of Warren Buffett's #1 thesis is that he will buy a stock if he considers it cheap for as long as it takes. He will continue to buy and buy as long as it's cheap. So altcoins are cheap. Bitcoin is expensive. Get the picture? All right. So I'm not a perma bear. All right, guys, but I do foresee lower prices. Genuinely, I'm not saying this just to make you feel bad, but altcoins are going to have one final capitulation to buy the dip. And that's when I'm going to go shopping. Hopefully you can go shopping in September. ETH and Bitcoin dominance. Okay, the pair looks good. We're going to see this come down, okay, to around 0.2. Now the kicker is this. This is the most important part that we've been all waiting for. Like, honestly, I cannot emphasize this enough. I know macro takes a long time. It takes a long time. But finally, we're heading lower. Okay, it's peaked. It has peaked. Bitcoin is going to do a revenge rally. And that means, ladies and gentlemen, we could head hopefully to this area. This is just a derivative of Bitcoin dominance, guys. We've been waiting for 4.5 years. 4.5. If you're new here, the amount of stuff that we've seen during this period. Oh my God. Oh my. But this was my favorite period. I'm not going to lie, chat. This period right here. This period, this pump here was my favorite. I know it looks minuscule and tiny, but if you really delve into that, there were like coins that were going to billions of dollars from zero. No VCs. There's no VCs here. From zero to billions of dollars. Me and you lot, we were running through so many coins. Trump, Melina, Gotius Maximus, Altcoin. That was the best period. That was such a thrill. That was the most fun I had in a long time. That was so amazing. Hopefully this time, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get part 2, and it's gonna be even more bigger. It's gonna be even more crazy. So buckle up. We're gonna have one last dip before we have Mania, ladies and gentlemen. That's it for now. Enough of memory lane. Let's concentrate on the future bags. Yeah, forget about the bags that we fumbled. It's all about the future. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Love you all. Peace.